I hope you enjoyed my remarks tonight. I said no to some jokes that I thought were over the line. But I suppose you can judge for yourself on Wikileaks in the next few days.
Well, that's maybe, 14 WikiLeaks dumps and counting, and, well, still damaging revelations on the culture of pay to play. Clinton herself may have, in fact, negotiated a $12 million donation from the King of Morocco to the Clinton Foundation initiative in exchange for Clinton appearing at the foundation event in Morocco itself. Now, at the time of the event, consider this, Hillary Clinton's campaign was in full swing, and top aide Uma Abedin warned the campaign officials that Hillary Clinton, quote, she created this mess, and she knows it. Joining me now to discuss, Jessie Jane Duff, Gianno Caldwell, and Jillian Melcher. Jillian, give us the details. How does this work? I mean, the King of Morocco, who initiated this, and $12 million bucks?
Yeah, well, it's not totally clear who initiated it, but I think the bottom line here is that Hillary Clinton had been in touch with the King of Morocco about a substantial donation in exchange for her coming to Morocco and having this event. And I think what this shows that's different from what we've known before is this is not just when she's Secretary of State. This is well into her election campaigns. This is showing the conflict of interest actually ongoing. She didn't end up going, but Bill Clinton and Chelsea certainly did.
Did they get the 12 mil?
That's not totally clear right now how much they got. But I think what's disturbing about this, in addition to the fact that there's a conflict of interest, is this is after her own State Department said that these are human rights abusers. And it also involved an energy, I believe it was a mining company that had some really severe human rights abuses. So.
Jessie, Hillary never really minded taking money from anyone, human rights abuser or not. But the idea that she would do this as the presidential campaign was ramping up. We also saw another leak where Bill Clinton was going to give a speech to Wall Street days before the announcement, and everyone was okay with him not doing it but her. I mean, does this point to just an overwhelming greed factor or overwhelming just a sense of entitlement? What is it that someone on the verge of running for president, understanding the criticism against them, would still be willing to do these kind of things?
The thing is that she's never been caught, so she felt that she was untouchable. The reality is that her own campaign, based upon what we saw in these WikiLeaks, was warning her, you don't want to do this. Huma Abedin, who's her trusted advisor, considered her second daughter, even said, if she does this, this is on her. So one, she was aware that her State Department had identified this country as a human rights abuser, that it was a corrupt government, and yet you're still going to participate in this. And yet when they pull up the records from the Clinton Foundation, we can't see that the payment was ever made or not. So it's very, very fishy. When it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
The bottom line, though, is that the payment was, they requested the payment.
Yeah.
The shakedown was in place.
Yeah. Yes.
This is pay to play, plain and simple, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just the way, there's no other way to interpret this.
Yeah, and me being an Illinois resident, I bet you Rod Blagojevich is somewhere sitting in his cell wondering why he went to jail. Where's my camera? Right here. I tell you, America, this is an inside view of what to expect from a future Hillary Clinton administration. The WikiLeaks has clearly laid out what Hillary Clinton is about, and if you want to be a part of her administration as an American citizen, trying to get her to do certain things, you need to be rich and powerful. And that's what it seems like is coming down to at this point, Charles.
Yeah, I think another really disturbing facet of this is our insight into how Clinton Global Initiative operates. Now, Morocco is certainly not the worst in the region, but we know some of the other people that she does business with. For example, the Saudi government, and they're out there stoning people and beheading people. So I think this is a very disturbing insight into who she takes money from and how that quid pro quo works.
Even the fact that she was not willing to, that they weren't willing to shut down the Clinton Foundation as she ran for president, to me, and this little vague promise of, it's trying to keep some sort of distance, I don't understand it. It just, they say they don't get money from it. They certainly live a lavish lifestyle via the Clinton Foundation, though.
As Donald Trump's campaign has clearly stated, what have they done to have all this money? They haven't sold a product. They haven't created anything. They have done a shakedown artist throughout the world. They are the professionals at it. King Mohammed VI of Morocco is of Muslim descent. She's done all of these negotiations with many of these countries that are funding Islamic terror. She's doing with various type of inappropriate groups. And this king clearly stated, I will not give this money unless she is there.
Gianno and everyone, will it make a difference? This is dump number 14.
Yeah.
I think there have been some even more egregious examples of why she probably has disqualified herself to be president. And yet, she's got something of a wind in her sails.
For Trump supporters, this absolutely makes a difference. Similar to the point that the system is rigged, they're going to come out in droves and support Donald Trump. For everyone else,
Yeah, but
perhaps,
if the mainstream media, Jillian, isn't talking about it, a lot of people don't know the details of this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they are very complicated details. I think the bottom line is going to be here, which candidate do you like least? Because there's not really a strong case in favor of either of them. They've both done indefensible things, and I think we're seeing that much more often.
Although someone has talked about a lot of things and someone's actually done a lot of things.
Yeah, I have to disagree with that because of the fact of the matter is Donald Trump has said things that have been inappropriate, but he has not gone this egregiously out of his way to show the American people that you cannot trust him. She has gone out of her way to prove it time and time and time again.
All right, and I think the
It's
main point
poor
there,
character, though.
the
Poor
point you made too is
character.
she probably never thought she'd get caught. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Coming up,
Neither did
Facebook
Rob
under
LaGuardia.
scrutiny.